Well, yesterday has become today. That's how long it's taken Shaun Murphy against Fan Zhengyi. But Shaun, that was bonkers. It was, I think, nearly 7 hours across the two sessions. What a match!
Yeah, what a match. I was sat in my chair in the decider. You know, I got first chance, couldn't control the cue ball. I got another chance. I thought I was desperately unlucky when I played the brown into the pack. You know, you've got John Parrott in my ear going, you only want a chance in the decider. I've got all the cliches. I'd had two. So I'm just thinking, well, it's not going to be my night. You know, I've played really well. I've prepared well. And, you know, he had me in bits, snookered with 4 reds on. A few shots later, he's taken that red to the middle pocket. You know, he probably, neither did I think I was going to clear up should I get the chance from there where the balls were. A couple of miracle shots later, somehow, I'm in the next round.
He was the definition of dogged determination, though, wasn't he? Because from 3 apiece, when he got back to 3-all, there was never more than a frame in it. You'd win one, he'd get one back, all the way through to the very end of the match. That doesn't happen too often.
No, but I think you see the quality of the qualifiers coming through now. Like, I remember when I made my debut here as a qualifier, you weren't really expected to do much. You know, just make a match of it, really. But, you know, we've been talking about strength in depth now. You know, now I get the draw through. I'm playing a winner. I'm playing a ranking event winner, you know, who knows the game. He knows how the rope, he knows how to do it. He's not out there for a day out and to put in a good performance. He's trying to win the tournament and knows how to win. So these first rounders are like, you know, it used to be hard enough. It's so difficult. You know, it's like that first fence at the Grand National. You know, we all just run at it as fast as we can and just some get over and some don't.
Now, bearing in mind, you've been in multiple finals and you won it in 05. It was a big celebration at the end, but it felt like quite a big night, didn't it? With the divide up, almost everyone on the other side of the divide stayed because they could tell on the screen that it was going to be tight. It felt bigger than a first-round match in some ways. I don't really know why.
No, I just think, you know, we've grown up as kids dreaming of playing at the Crucible Theatre, and you dream of playing, you know, in that arena on your own, be it from the semis onwards in the one table or, you know, in a night like tonight, it's the classic Crucible drama, the other match is finished, the wall comes up. You know, I've been watching that since the early 90s as a kid, and I've been involved in a few over the years. I'm not sure what my break was at the end, but it's the best break I've ever made at the Crucible. Considering the situation, the night, what it meant, the season, everything. When you zoom out and take a look at your season or career as a whole, you go, that moment there, that was really special. Regardless of what happens for the rest of the tournament, that was special.
And I guess, in a funny kind of way, having sat there at one stage and thought you were going home, it's not that you're playing with a free arm, but is there a little bit of the pressure off and that you'll play with a little bit more freedom, perhaps?
Well, there's so much pressure, I think, on everybody, but the seeds in particular, to play here and get through to round 2. I've done it a few times where you come and you're well prepared, you go home and you've to watch the tournament away, and that's very difficult. You know, I've had that a few times. So to get through the melee of the first round and be in the event, get into the longer matches, you know, it's special. And, you know, the World Championships, we talk about how special it is because it is. It's been special since I came here, you know, in '92 as a 9-year-old boy, and it still does funny things to me. I'm enjoying every single second of being out there. I enjoyed all of the match, apart from about 5 minutes at the end where I wanted to be sick. But apart from that, it was good fun.
And are you surprised that no seeds have gone out yet? You would have been the first.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that as I was watching Fan in the last frame, thinking I've let the side down. I'm going to get abused in the WhatsApp group with the players. So thankfully, listen, it's never happened, which I wasn't aware of until I heard Stephen Holworth say it the other day in commentary. It's an amazing stat. We're close. I've got a sneaky feeling one of the qualifiers will spoil the party at least. At least one of them will.
Well, and you've got the luxury of sitting in your hotel room or your apartment and watching it. We will see you in the second round.
I'm going to sit in a very dark room and think about life.
Well done, Shaun. It was a pleasure to commentate on that match.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.